All right, guys, today's video is going to be all over the place because we're going to be starting in the Twin Cities, then we're going to be going up to Rogers, and then before this video is done, we're going to go 100 miles up north in search of snow. We're going to be outfitting the mini quad with some pretty special, unique tires that cost about half as much as anything else you're going to see. We're going to be sticking a power broom on it. We're going to be putting forks on it. We're going to be running a number of different attachments on it and giving them a test just to see how they perform before we got to really put them to work. And we're going to bring you guys along for the ride. So, you know what? Let's jump right into today's video. I wonder how my neighbors like me backing all of this equipment up into my driveway. If I had a better solution, trust me, I would. All right, guys, this is kind of interesting. We made it, and I'm with Dustin and Harry. Hey, guys, how you doing? Snow tires. Now, we're putting snow tires on the loader, but not your typical ones. These are actually truck tires, right? I mean, these are the same snow tires that if you were going out and had a light-duty pickup truck, you would throw on your piece of equipment. And this is what they actually recommended over the typical snow tires that you see on loaders.
These are rims for the cast loader.
Yeah.
And originally they had just a standard skid steer egg pattern.
Yep.
And when we brought them in to get a narrow tire for winter time, they suggested to use these tires. They're actually a snow tread. And I said, sure, let's do it, because last year we had a major brand that had to replace the tread on, and I brought them in, and they said, well, you can spend X amount of dollars on the exact same tire that came with this rim, or you can try these truck tires, and they actually ended up working like a lot better.
So these guys, I mean, I never even heard of taking your rims and throwing truck snow tires on it.
Yep. The cast loaders, this is actually a car tire. Yeah, these are about 90 bucks a tire versus the egg tires run about 225 bucks a tire.
Right.
This happens to be the Firestone Winter Force, so these are comparable to Blizzak tires.
And it's got all the siping, so you guys can see that. This is critical. It's got a soft rubber compound, which is gonna allow it to squish at half. So that's what we're gonna be throwing on my loader at half the price. This might be an option for skid loaders as well, guys out there looking for them, replacing their tires. Man, if you guys have done this, or if you guys have used actual truck tires on your machine, will you comment down below and let me know how that works out? Because I have heard of this once before, and then I kind of forgot about it, and now you guys brought it up, and this is such a great point if it works, and you guys are saying it does.
It's gonna work.
You're
gonna like it. You're gonna like it, I promise.
So actually, guys, I kind of forgot highway tires. A lot of skid loaders actually use over-the-road truck tires, and I completely spaced that out. But I've actually never heard of using actually light-duty car and truck tires as an option. I thought this was cool, but I don't know how well it's gonna work. So we're gonna take this, we don't have snow where we're at, so we're gonna take this to northern Minnesota where we've got some I mean, it's bad. We got some bad conditions. We'll give it a go there. that's the difference between one pump and two pump. So this cast loader actually has a switch in it that you can use one pump or two pumps. And when you use two pumps, boom! You actually got to be careful. It works so fast that when you rotate side to side, she'll slam the hydraulics in two pump mode. But it works great for brooms and augers and things like that. That second pump really kicks it up into high gear. All right, so one of you guys told me to check out Manitou because they've got self-adjusting tracks that always stay tight. And Harry's gonna actually show me what this looks like. So what are they right now? Loose, Harry?
Now I've got them in the service position. So the tracks are loose.
Yep.
Standard position for operation would be that switch would be down.
So they tighten up themselves.
So you'll see they will self-tension. They'll always be running proper tension while the machine's running. When you shut the machine off, there's also a relief in the system. So after about 45 minutes to an hour, the tracks will become slack.
Yeah.
So that your tracks are not always constantly under tension when you're not using the machine and stretching them out over time. This leads to greater track life. Also, there's no chance for operator error in greasable tracks where you could over tension them, under tension them. As long as the engine's running, it's hydraulically tensioned, they're running at the proper tension no matter how loose or tight or stretched your tracks are, they'll always be running at the proper tension. Go into service mode. Go into the service mode, you come back here, you just flip that switch. The rail will retract, tracks are loose again.
So when you want to switch them out, you hit a button, you loosen them up. Okay, how many of you guys, let me know if you guys want to see me actually put one of these machines to the test. I was actually thinking about taking one out and giving it a go. I mean, look at this track system. That's a beefy, those are beefy tracks.
That's a 15.5-inch wide snow track.
Wow.
Four-season snow track with 15.5 inches wide. 69 horse Yanmar engine. Yeah, this thing weighs 8,000 pounds.
Question for you. My loader. What is my loader? People keep asking me and I just want them to hear it from you.
Oh, your cast loader?
Yeah.
That one lists with the cab, the carbon package with dual speed. As equipped, retail on that's $57,500.
Okay.
Typically we sell them in the low 50s.
Okay.
Right around 54,000.
That's what I was telling people. So, see, I wasn't lying to you.
All right.
So I'm gonna load all this stuff up, head up north so we can actually see how effective those tires are. But first I gotta have some fun in my own yard. So here's what happened. I had a big pile of wet leaves here and I thought I could mow it up into oblivion. And I was wrong, I just made a really big nasty mess. Now I'm gonna use the power broom to see, can I actually use it to dethatch? We'll find out, I don't know. And I'm not very good, I've never tried this power, I literally have never tried this power broom yet. So it's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve, you guys. Have some patience with me. Or don't and yell at me, I don't care. You guys are probably like, how hard can it be to run a power broom? It's not, but with my cast loader, I forgot to put it from one pump to two pump. And then you gotta, it took me a bit. Let's just put it that way. Took me a little bit to figure it out how they had it wired, but look at what it's already gotten done. Sorry guys, look at that. That is, I think, the ultimate dethatcher right there. Now I just gotta blow it all over to where I don't want it to be. I mean, where I blow it from where I don't want it to be, where I don't care it goes. All right, there we go. I mean, this power broom did, and with these turf tires, zero damage to, no, with these snow tires, zero damage to the turf. This machine weighs like 3,000 pounds. It's so incredibly light. But yet I can still load dump trucks with it. I mean, I love this machine. So I was worried. Never thought I would. I was worried about these tires. I was worried about it tearing everything up. This is raw dirt from the leaves killing the ground. And you can see right where she went, there's no damage. The leaves did more damage to the ground than the tires did. That's pretty cool. So I can still use my machine on lawns even with my snow tires on. But how's it gonna handle snow? Well, we don't have any snow here. Okay, I think the first thing we need to test is the Icy Hill test and see how these tires hold up. Except, we're not gonna stop here. We're gonna try to go all the way down and see if we can make it. I thought for sure I was gonna slide this loader right into my cabin. I was like, oh, please don't let that happen. Please don't let that happen. This is cool, man. You know, the crunchy snow, the tires, I figured would be okay on it. But it was that ice slick. Nope, no problem. No problem. Except when you try to carry up your couch and you break it in half. So this right here, you see the tires spinning? That's not really because of the ice, it's because of this machine. When you get unlevel, you got a lockout button, so you got to hit that lockout in it. Literally, my machine would have spun right there, and it has, with no snow, no ice, nothing, just climbing that hill right there. It's kind of a weird angle. All right, well, that's a little safer coming down the hill, but let's go try the other side where it's not all ice and it's more just snow ice. Frankie and I are doing a pretty big project there, so I was trying to broom an area where we could walk down safely, because him and I have been falling and sliding down that hill for a while now. And then I went in search of other areas that I could just randomly find to broom. We just don't have good conditions to test this thing out. I can't find snow. Can't believe I'm saying that in Minnesota. All right, so Mother Nature's not cooperating with us everywhere we go, it seems. So we're gonna try to do something different. There's an old abandoned house here. It looks like they got a driveway that hasn't been driven on. I don't think it's gonna do it. Let's find out. I didn't know how well the power broom would be able to handle this super packed on ice. I figured it would just maybe skim the surface a little and do nothing, but that thing's got a little mojo to it. Caught the brunt of that. Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this thing's got some power. But I think if we're gonna do it for him, we should finish it. I wonder what they thought when this was just an old driveway I found. I wonder what these guys thought when they came home and seen their driveway all cleared. Can't beat that with a stick. I don't know about this next one. Let's go throw the plow on and let's go try to move some snow with it. Not good conditions, you guys. This is just frozen. This is just frozen ice. All right, so I got the dozer blade hooked up. It only takes 2 hydraulics to turn it. There's a button on the lever. Pretty simple. The only problem with it is using a dozer blade for snow. I'm on a gravel driveway and I don't have my gravel pucks in. Those are the shoes that go on the bottom. So I'm gonna have to be a little careful that I don't chew up the whole thing. But I don't even know how this is gonna do since this is just basically ice connected to gravel. So I don't really know if we're gonna push anything. Let's find out. So this is actually a dirt blade, not actually a snowplow blade. But really what I was looking for was, how does the machine feel with those tires and a blade? Because if I put a heavier blade on, is it just gonna throw the machine all over, or is the machine gonna actually be able to do anything with that? All right, you guys, well, that's all we got for you today. Boy, I tell you, I've never had so much difficulty finding good snow to move in Minnesota, but it's been one of those years. Crazy. We had on October 20th 8 inches of snow, then we had another snowstorm. We had 17.1 inches of snow just within the first couple weeks of November, and then 70-degree weather, and everything just disappeared on us. So now we have to go do an in search of to find any snow, and the snow we do have is horrible because it's basically ice. It's not even snow. But at least we got familiar with the controls on the machine. At least we're not going to be blindsided and not have something work, or have a leaky hydraulic hoses, or not know how it's going to operate or function. I know that the tires we put on, at first I didn't think that they were going to be any good, and those things are amazing. Holy cow. And at half the price of standard lug tires, these things, this is the way to go. And it's not tearing up turf. It's really, that thing was a home run. The power broom took me a while to get used to it. I'm not a power broom operator, so just getting familiar with those controls was one thing. And I'm glad you guys went along for the ride on today's video. And I'm going to let you move onward and upward. And I'm going to start packing up and getting stuff put away and ready. So that's our video for today. Looks like Lucy is cold. Hey, how you doing, Lucy? She's like, I don't want to go home yet. That's what we got for you today. God bless. Go get them, you guys. Hopefully we'll see you on another one. Catch you guys later. You guys want to hear a funny story? So we haven't had any snow here lately, and it just sucks, as you know. But Sam and I decided to go up north to where the snow actually is, so we could start to record, get some footage of the new snowplow operating and how it works and everything else. And as soon as we get up there, we're about 3 hours into the filming of this thing. Phone call comes in, hey, we got 8 to 9 inches of snow heading toward the cities. And I'm like, I need to leave more often. Because every time it seems like you go out of town or you pull the plows off your trucks, the news comes on and goes, hey, guess what we're going to have? Snow. Does that ever happen to you guys? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like every time I want to go out of town, it's going to snow. Every time I'm going to pull the plows off my truck, all of a sudden we've got snow coming. That's just the way life goes. Hope this video's helped you out. I will talk to you guys later. God bless. Go get them, and maybe check out one of these other 2 videos, but more importantly, hit that subscribe button if you wouldn't mind. That goes a really long way. See you on another one, you guys.